We're now heading north on Broadway, right outside of the town on the south end of the island. And we haven't hit the rough part yet, so we're just going to keep going here. Okay, we're continuing up Broadway. And as you can see, there's pretty much nothing out here. The population of Tinian is about 5,000 to 6,000. And there's one really extravagant casino hotel that's in the middle of nowhere and isn't very used that much, but nonetheless, it is very nice. And we're coming up on here on the Westfield, which is the main airport that we flew into. And we're continuing on Broadway here. It's kind of breaking down a little bit. There's a truck coming down this side of the road, which is odd. He's got his blinker on, so okay, there he goes. Okay. Bunch of cows in the pasture here. And further up Broadway we go. Okay, Broadway is actually two roads, one going north and one going south. And the south portion of Broadway is all overgrown at this point. And we're only maybe a half a mile north of the main airport. Okay, we've now come across the Japanese radio communication building, which is right off Broadway. Right about in the middle of the island. So this is the Japanese communication building right off Broadway, right in the middle of the island here. And I can show you here. And so this is Broadway, so it's right off Broadway. Okay, we're coming up on the roundabout on Broadway here, which will lead us into Northfield fairly shortly. And you can see the other side of Broadway is completely overgrown. And
there's a Japanese shrine.
Yeah. There's a memorial Japanese shrine here. So here's the roundabout on Broadway. Now we're north of the roundabout, just by maybe 50 yards, and Broadway is really becoming very overgrown in this area. And we're hooking to the east here, and then we're going to swing up to Northfield from the east. Actually see the ocean now, which is off the east side of Tinian here. As we come along here, the vegetation is quite heavy all around here. And so this is Broadway still. But now we're heading east on Broadway. You can see Saipan in the distance up ahead. And pretty soon Broadway is going to swing around and start going north again. Okay, we're back heading north on Broadway again. And we're pretty much at the edge of Northfield here. And And over here, there's a fence that tells you to keep out because there's unexploded ordnance in this area. And you can see Saipan off in the distance there. And again, we're heading up north on Broadway on the east side of Northfield here. Okay, we're coming up on a sign that is telling us to go left, to go to Runway Able, and to go right for the blowhole. The blowhole is down by the sea here. So we are going to go towards Runway Able. And you can see that the road is pretty much a dirt road at this point. And it's not a very smooth dirt road at that. Vegetation is very overgrown here. I estimate probably 15 feet high on either side. During 1945, Northfield was the largest and busiest airport in the world. And now it's overgrown vegetation, pretty much. And here's another sign leading us to Runway Able to the left. Excuse me, to the right. And it looks like there's a little side taxiway over here. But we'll go on to Runway Able to the right. We're coming up on a little clearing here. And another little sign over here. And I think we've come to Runway Able. And this is Runway Able. Northfield here. So this is the eastern end of Runway Able. And there's Runway Able as it extends down to the west.